to Born Hungry, the best cooking channel on the face of the interwebs. I'm your host Thomas, and today we're going to be making some delicious chocolate chip cookies. Who's ready to get started? Let's go! Alright, just measured out all the ingredients. Here's what you need. You need 5 ounces of butter, 4 ounces of white granulated sugar, and 4 ounces of brown sugar. Then what you're going to need is 3 ounces of eggs, which is roughly 2 large eggs or 3 little eggs. Then you need a teaspoon of vanilla, but as you can see I put it in the egg mixture so I won't forget it later on. Then we're going to need 10 ounces of pastry flour. If you don't have pastry flour, easy fix is you get all-purpose flour, and however many cups you put in there. So 10 ounces is equivalent to 1 cup and 2 ounces. So you take a tablespoon out from the flour and then throw a tablespoon of cornstarch in. And then you sift it 3 or 4 times. Now, also we need 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And last but not least, to make it a chocolate chip cookie, come on, you need chocolate chips. 10 ounces of them should be good. You can add a little more if you love chocolate chips like me. So, let's start mixing them. First things first, you want to turn your oven on 375 degrees. Alright, first off, you want the paddle attachment for the mixer. Because first thing first is we're going to cream the sugar. As you can see, just dump it all in there. Get all the good sugar in there. And the butter. So just cut your butter into tiny squares so they cream a little bit faster. And now, once you pour everything in, mix it at medium speed so it can incorporate and get nice and light and fluffy, because that's what you're really looking for, that light and fluffiness of the butter and sugar. Also, always have a spatula by your side and scrape the bowl every so often. A good tip is when you are scraping the bowl, scrape it all the way to the middle so it can mix again. This will make you chocolate chip cookies 10 times better, I guarantee it. So you want to scrape all the way to the middle of the bowl.
Once you've creamed your butter and sugar and it has the consistency of a chocolate mousse, then you're good to go and move on to the next step.
Now what we're going to do is add the eggs and the vanilla. So lock it up again. Just give it a nice little, maybe low speed, just until they're all mixed in. You can't see any more yolk or anything like that. And there you go. It should only take a little amount of time, maybe a minute or so. Now you don't want to overmix it, so once everything is incorporated, you want to add the flour. Make sure it goes all in. And then you want to add the baking soda and salt. And then turn that in and mix it just like it's all incorporated, just till it's incorporated again. Now what we're gonna do is add all the chocolate chips in there by hand. So what you're gonna want to do is fold them in there until they're all incorporated nicely. Oh, look at this. I cannot wait to get my hands on these delicious chocolate chip cookies. Just give it a couple turns like so, and this what I'm gonna do now is just throw them in the fridge 15 minutes or so, and they should be all chilled nicely. Alright, so now that they're all chilled, nice and chilly in there, you're gonna want to get baking spray and just spray your baking sheet. Alright, for the cookie dough, you want to get 1 ounce of cookie dough, just roll them into balls and just plop them down. Just do this until your whole dough, you run out of dough. So once you got that done, take them and just throw them in your 375 degree oven. Alright, so bake them just to your desired doneness. If you want less chewy then bake it a little longer. If you want chewy, then bake them a little bit shorter. It should take no longer than 10 minutes. Mine usually take about 8 minutes. So, and they're perfect. I love them. They're nice and crisp on the outside with a little chewiness on the inside. If you have leftover dough like me, simply just saran wrap it and throw it in the freezer. And then you can make cookies another day. So my cookies are looking just about done. Let's take them and just let them rest for about 5 minutes, and then we can dig into them. We can dive right into them. Oh man, it smells so good in here. Ah, look at that. Finally, the good part comes after all the hard work. And look how it just melts away, and the chocolate is just so melty. Oh, I cannot wait to try this. Oh, it just melts in your mouth. It's chewy. It's just happiness in your hand. I guarantee your family, your friends, and you will love this recipe. Definitely make these at home. It definitely reminds me of my grandma's cookies. Until next time, who knows what we're gonna make next.